everyone, I'm Emily. Welcome back to my channel. I am the Fang girl. I am currently living in Singapore, but from San Francisco. I've been here for 2+ years or so. Things are drastically different from in 2020. I had a lot of people ask me the question about like, oh, what are your thoughts about Singapore now? Are you staying? What are your plans, etc.? I don't know what I'm doing with my life, you guys. Please don't ask me like, if I'm staying in Singapore long term, like where I'm headed next. I think I'll kind of like gradually like feed you information because yeah, I really don't know. The connection to Singapore has become a lot more stronger, and I do see Singapore as like one of my homes now. I like to think of like, homes as like my hubs of where people that I love are, obviously in a triangular, like shape. You have San Francisco, where my parents, my sister, my cousin, like my best friends all live in San Francisco at the moment. So obviously that place is home to me. Yeah, I mean, I miss them so much. Singapore is now one of these like city homes or hubs because of all the amazing friends I've made here and this community that I've built with Wonder Woman. It's tough because I thought I was like one of those people who are very like cut and dry, black and white, I can like throw things away quite easily. When something's ended, it's like really over. But I don't think my journey in Singapore is over. Honestly, like I do want to have my connection here. Like I still want to maintain it, and I don't know exactly how, but just know that I will be here a little bit longer. Lastly, like the third city is Taiwan, Taipei. I don't have Taiwanese citizenship, so I can't visit unless I quarantine. That's where my extended family is. That's where I used to frequent my summers. And so now you have this like perfect, beautiful triangle of all the places that I call home and where the people that I love are. With all of these like new things happening, I just wanted to share how I've been feeling in 2022. Let's just say that I was running across a bridge near Kallang Stadium, and I almost ran into this granny who was like taking a cute selfie of herself, and she had this like massive like selfie stick, and I was like, I haven't seen one of those in a long time. And it turns out I think she was from China, and there was like a tour guide and a group of them just kind of like exploring the Kallang area. I don't know why, honestly. I mean, the stadium is beautiful, but it was just like, oh, like people are here visiting. People here are like taking photos and taking selfies. It's nice to see that like tourism is like up and, it's like up and coming again. Like, honestly, I'm like really happy for Singapore because things are opening up. Now you can meet each other in groups. There's no maximum. You can meet like with 20 people, you can meet with 30 people. It doesn't really matter. When you go outside, you don't need to wear a mask. However, if you still go into like mall or like, you're indoors, you should still wear it, or even on the bus. There are still like safety precautions here and there, but I remember I was like walking through a mall and just like clockwork, I was like gonna take up my app, which is Trace Together, which helps you trace like where you've been. And then yeah, I was like, oh, I don't need to scan my QR code. I don't need to like take out my phone and like tap in, tap out. Yeah, it's like for me, I'm like unlearning all of these things that I had to do for the past 2 years. But it feels really nice. Like this is like the pre-COVID Singapore that I was looking forward to living and being in. To be honest, like the past 2 years in Singapore have not been bad at all. I was really well taken care of in this country. Probably like one of the safest and like best places to be during the pandemic, honestly. Even my dad's always like, wow, you're so lucky, like you were in Singapore. You should thank them, which I mean, I do. I'm like really grateful. Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, people are just so much more happier. They're like traveling out of Singapore, exploring like different parts of Singapore. You see like tourists coming in. I'm starting to see way more YouTube videos about people exploring Singapore for the first time. I have friends back in the US asking me about what it's like working and living here. It's been awesome to see. So you have this like very crazy activity going on here. And it's awesome to see because I mean, Singapore always had a pretty vibrant tech VC space. I've also started to see a lot more like NFT projects pop up. Yeah, it's almost like a Miami or like a Portugal. Like there's a huge crypto hub and like community growing here. It's something to like keep an eye on, especially since I personally feel that people here are so much more open-minded around these like projects, and people are excited about it. And for myself as well, like me and my friends are launching an NFT in June. I'm gonna link it in the captions below if you're interested in learning about what we're building and why we're building it. Yeah, feel free to check it out. But I feel very content I would say. It makes me want to stay longer in Singapore as well, because now I'm like, wow, I'm really truly experiencing the real Singapore, the one where you have a great blend of the East and the West. You're like perfectly positioned in Southeast Asia to also go explore and see other countries, and also like, you know, new waves of people are coming in and out. Like I've met a bunch of new friends recently who are visiting. It's pretty cool. Like they are just here for a while, but like I'm starting to meet more and more people that are like founders and entrepreneurs, or like they're looking to open like a business here in Singapore. I just feel that like this fresh activity, like this fresh energy makes me feel really happy and content. You know, going back to the 3 hubs that I would like to create for myself. Call me an optimist. That is something I want to build towards. I knew I didn't want to always stay in one place for too long, but if I could establish like certain communities and like certain homes for myself, that would be honestly ideal. Yeah, so anyways, it's a work in progress. I am also nearing my 30s and I do want some sort of stability, but I'm also like, oh, I want to like go do this and do that, and I want to go explore, and I want to go on a penguin expedition. So it's like, how do I find that right balance of having some sort of stability where I'm like, you know, I can live here for a couple of months, or like I can really like settle down in this space and make strong and meaningful relationships with the people that I love and like maintain them as well, but then also like be able to move around and change my surroundings once in a while. Again, I know it sounds like a lot of privilege, or like I'm optimistic about it. I think this is something I could really do. Like whatever I want to do, I'm like, I'm gonna effing do it, and I will do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it and when it will happen, but I'm gonna do it. And I think the past 2 years have just really showed me like what type of life I can build for myself. And I think it's through like exposure of talking to different types of people who are like, you know, moving around, people who are coming in and out of Singapore, people who are like building cool shit. I think that's kind of why I've been inspired and just hoping to do the same thing. These are like my newfound thoughts, and I know I've been blabbing a lot, but if you're interested in just like chatting, or if you have any questions about this, or if you are personally doing this yourself, like you're already establishing your own like home hubs, I would love to talk to you, because I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know. I don't have all the answers to everything, but I'm doing it. There's that quote, it's like, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm on my way. That's like the best way for me to put it right now. The last thing I would say as well is YouTube is hard. YouTube is like, there are times where I'm like, I just want to like shut down this channel, delete all my videos, and like just be gone with this. But yesterday my friend told me that her friend in San Francisco saw my videos and she was like inspired. I think that was like really touching, because oftentimes like content creators, we like create content and, you know, a video doesn't perform well, or you're like, oh man, I look really gross on camera. So yeah, I think that was kind of like the inspiration I needed to continue creating content and to put this video out here today. Expect to see more content focus more around like business and tech in Asia, rather than like vloggy styles, because vlogs just take a long time. I will do my best to insert like snippets of my life here and there, but vlogs are just a lot of work. I don't know if I have time to be like vlogging all the time, but instead we'll just have more intimate conversations, just you and me. You get to know me a little bit better. Yeah, I hope that you'll stick around for my journey, and who knows, like, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, if you like this video, feel free to like it and subscribe, and again, like, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But other than that, have a great day. I am going to just make myself another cup of coffee and get some work done. Yeah. Okay, bye everyone.